Strictly G's. Long live my nigga Dan.
Gotta keep it low key. I can't let niggas know where I be. Cause niggas too creep in the streets. They got no loyalty. How you gon' run down on the beat? Well, you know we swift on our feet. Gotta stay out the way. Cause we out here running up the paint. Yeah, you know we puffin' on that tank. And like I said before, we doing this for Soldier Dang. So we ain't never stopping us, we filling up the tank.
It's kinda hard to stay down. Niggas know you up. Might step away from the game like Andrew Luck. Like that's a no-no, gotta get dough-ho. But niggas be telling, keep my dirt on the low. I gotta pull skits just to get them blue strips. This shit was getting hot, so I added cool lint. I think I'm Jay-Z, made another blueprint. Or Bishop, cause I know where the juice is. I make my bread and I put it away. I got a couple hundred, I ain't seen it in some days. What I make every hour, what you spend on some days. Invest in some work, get it all off today. Niggas know I'm money, man, come short, don't come again. I don't bicker with bitches, lil' ho, go get your brother then. If he want problems with me, he better come with it. Cause oh, I got this K to make you see where this thunder head.
Keep it low key. Can't let niggas know where I be. Cause niggas too creep in the streets. Ain't got no loyalty. How you gon' run down on the G? Well, you know we swift on our feet. Gotta stay out the way. Cause we out here running up the bank. And you know we puffin' on that tank. And like I said before, we doing this for Soldier Dang. So we ain't never stopping unless we filling up the tank.
Bitch, we making boss moves, we gotta play this shit smart. Can't let them know our game plan, they wasn't here from the start. Boy, you know your ass is dead, you told you a spark. Long live my nigga, dang, I got you right in my heart. Getting money together, they couldn't tell us apart. We gon' shine bright for show and leave their ass in the dark. We was destined for the shit, bro, why the fuck would we stop? The only mission is the chicken going straight to the top. Pushing bars, pushing weight, got the game on lock. We gon' make them tap in and we gon' make them come shop. Whole team gon' be pulling foreigns right off the lot. Free J-Boy, he gotta come home with some guap. Cause he was there for the struggle. Put it all on the line for a chance to bubble. We take risks, make flips, every day is a must. You better not pull your strap out if you ain't ready to bust. Cause bitch, we
gotta keep it low key. I can't let niggas know where I be. Cause niggas too creep in the streets. Ain't got no loyalty. How you gon' run down on the G? Well, you know we swift on our feet. Gotta stay out the way. Cause we out here running up the bank. And you know we puffin' on that tank. And like I said before, we doing this for Soldier Dang. So we ain't never stopping unless we filling up the tank. When I come around, I could do it like this or like that, or maybe even like that or like this. What you talking to me for? I don't really wanna chat, so you can get the fuck on, cause your ass dismissed. I always been a boss, never once been a bitch. I'm trying to get 300 mil, like all I did was bitch. A nigga grew up broke, so it's time to be rich. I got tired of that road, so it's time for a switch. Ain't talking Nintendo, you silly little bitch. Doing work with my kinfolk, no time for game and shit. We blowing on some endo like we was cracking shit. And you puffin' something crazy, that's why you got a itch. You acting like Takashi, so that's why you got a stitch. Or you could get a double X, left, right type of glitch. Maybe even get a cute spiritual kind of chick that'll
Lights, camera, action.
We are back. We back, and what I tell you I was gonna do. We got her, y'all. We got the funny mommy. Let me tell you how funny she is. She got her girlfriend Kat with her. You know what I'm saying? She an old school chick. You know, ladies, this is a lesson. Don't ever go to a strange man's location without backup. She gonna wink 3 times, and then all of a sudden her phone gonna start ringing after she get to playing with her phone.
You already know how to go, yes. Like, girl, you know the code word. I gotta go get my kid.
Damn. Little Johnny done knocked the shit over in the kitchen.
I gotta go.
Welcome back to another episode of Game Time. We are here with the funny mommy.
Hi guys.
And we got our friend Kat with her as an honorable mention. She gonna be in the back ad-libbing, you know what I'm saying? So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well,
where you from? How long you been doing comedy? A couple of inspiring moments.
All right, so I am. Are we talking to you or to the camera? How do we talk to you?
You can talk to the camera.
Okay, we can talk
to me.
Talk
we
to
having
you.
a conversation in front of the camera. Whatever.
All right, cool. All right, so I'm from Atlanta. Excuse me. Excuse me.
In the middle of COVID, let's do that.
I'm so sorry, but no. You see it's breaking up, so it's getting here.
Yeah, you gotta get,
Anyway, I'm from Atlanta, the west side to be exact.
West side.
I grew up in Atlanta. I've been here all my life. I've lived in California for a little while.
What part?
Santa Ana.
Santa Ana.
Santa Ana
That's
for 6 months. Yeah, it's like by San Bernardino.
San Bernardino? Okay, word.
Over there by the IE and all that stuff.
Word.
Yeah, ATL is where I dwell, you know what I'm saying? I've been doing comedy for 7 years professionally.
Yes, and she's hilarious. If you don't remember,
thank
she is the bongo player in my video about Serena. Matter of fact, I'm gonna post that video on here somewhere too.
I should have brought it.
I got it.
That
It's going in.
would have been so funny if I would have brought the bongo. You would have
Oh, yeah,
came
we
in.
could have been showing out this motherfucker.
But that was funny skit. So I've been doing it for 7 years. When I say professionally, I mean we getting paid and booked. You know what I'm
Word.
saying? 7 years, but you know how family is. She's always been funny. I always knew her like that, you know. But that's me. But I've been doing it for a minute and I enjoyed it. And it's a journey.
Word. I feel my first time I did comedy, I was in the 6th grade.
Oh wow!
We had a middle school talent show.
I wish I would have started that young.
I was like, I'm gonna do a comedian because I had just saw Raw. I saw Bill Cosby himself, so I had a suit.
In the
I
6th
put
grade, you got
it
to
was
see
6th
that?
grade. That was in the 6th grade. What you 11?
Yeah,
That was in 1987.
So I was 5.
So you okay? So you was born in 77.
82.
You was born in 82.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was 1987. So I was about 11 or 10, 11. So they had a talent show, and everybody was rapping, and I decided I wanted to be a comedian because I saw Bill Cosby and Eddie Murphy. So I put on me a suit, and I went on stage and imitated everybody in the school that I could imitate, and the crowd was dying.
That's how you do it.
And they was just calling me Kurt the Comedian all through middle school after that.
Oh wow! I wish I would have done it that young.
Yeah,
I just kept getting put out of class. I didn't think it was.
You was funny as hell. It's just you was pissing the teacher off.
Yeah, it was just They didn't think it was a talent. Then look at me now. So.
But middle school is where you hone your craft. That's where you learn how to roast.
Yeah.
That's when you go to the lunchroom by yourself and you get to talk crazy shit at the table.
Yeah, that's
where all
when
that
you
shit
probably
took place.
getting your first fight in middle school.
Yeah, that's where your first 3 minutes at, right there on the lunch table.
Yeah.
So after you
Learn to rap, you know, they be beating on the table.
that's why we came up with all that shit. So we can do all that. I bet you can freestyle a little bit.
I can freestyle just a little bit. I just like fun freestyles. I don't be like, kill him dead, bust him in the head.
Right.
No, I'm more like, I like ice cream, it's chocolate, and you know.
Yeah, and rapping is just something everybody knew how to do back then. Like as soon as you get in the car, you turn on the radio, whatever song is playing, we get your free. That's what they say on Kendrick Lamar album. Get your freestyles ready.
Yep.
And we got this tape.
I love Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah. So you say so what year? You said 7 years in the game. You got any inspiring comedians that gives you inspiration? Like your favorite comics? So
my favorite what got me the comics that got me like, ooh, I think I could do that. Ooh, I want to do that. Was I first saw Richard Pryor, of course, and I snuck and saw him at night. My parents had like their friends over watching comedy, and like we couldn't watch the cussing, even though they cuss, and they would do the most, but we couldn't be around it. But anyway, I snuck and saw, and I was like, yo, I really want to do that. I love the way like everybody was laughing and stuff. So I'll go back to the room and take what I learned and I make my own talent show. I have stuffed animals. I do that, but people inspire me. The first female I saw that I was just like, oh my God, was Dirty South.
Shout out to Dirty South. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. She was just
She's
lost
the
her
sweetest
last
person
year.
in the world.
Yes. How long did you know her? Did you know her for a long time?
I've seen her a couple times, but when I started doing comedy here, I met her at one of these clubs. It was Blue Lagoon. She pulled up, and she's always been in the back playing cards.
Yep. You think that
with a cup of ice and a little.
That's
quick,
it.
And
That's
a little
it.
quick trip cup.
Yeah. So I saw her do this joke. It was a Six Flags Over Georgia joke. Then she had this one about going downtown on a dude and stuff. And she always engaged the crowd. And the way she told stories, the storytelling, she would pause, let the joke breathe. She would moan through the joke. She would pull the audience in. She would grab you. She would make sure that you knew that story. You felt like you was there.
Yeah.
So she definitely inspired me to do it. My first time doing comedy, I actually ran into her in the bathroom. And I'm like, oh my God, it's Dirty South. She's like, what you about to do, comedy? And then she gave me some words of wisdom. I've been doing comedy ever since then. So yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so Dirty South is a
look
very good one. But I got tons of people. You know, if I start naming one, you ain't say me. You know what I'm saying?
But Dirty South is definitely legendary out here,
Right.
and she's that type of character.
Right.
If she see you in the city, and in one of these green rooms, she don't know you.
You gonna
look
know
new.
after you, right?
Yeah, she pushing up. You gonna call me auntie? Call me auntie.
Mm-hmm.
And she be trying to give you as much game as possible. I remember one time she was with somebody, and that guy she was with gave me some advice after I got off stage at the spot. And I went up to her and I said, "Who was that guy?" You took a picture with that motherfucker. You should have took a picture with me. And I was like, "You right." And I don't know what happened after that. We got into another conversation. But I don't be wanting to pull my camera out in front of certain people. I'm like, "Can I get a picture?" I do it to some people. I got a picture with Chris Rock and I got a picture with T.K. Kirkland and Corey Holcomb. But I mean, I don't be wanting to seem weird.
No, let me say, I used to think like that, but I came from the hair and makeup industry. I did a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and I used to miss out on so many opportunities because it was like, who is this person? We don't know, we don't see who you're around. So sometimes it's all about perception too. And if you're rubbing shoulders with certain people, you never know when you're gonna see those people again or that opportunity. To me, I feel like you can't be everybody's a fan of something. You know what I'm saying? A fan of the art, fan of whatever you're a fan of. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's weird.
Well,
I think if you ask the person, because I remember Andre 3000, and I hope he see this.
Oh yeah, he gonna see it.
Andre
He
3000
watching right
told
now.
me no to a picture.
How did you address him?
I was like, oh my God, Andre 3000, can I take a picture? I love you. He was like, no, I don't want no picture. I was like,
You should have told that nigga. You should have called him Mr. Benjamin.
I was like, but I love you. But I respected it. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know. Maybe he was going through something. I don't know.
You
But,
should have called him Mr. Benjamin. He got a song where he was like, the only girl in the club that had the sense to call me Mr. Benjamin. He said that in one of his songs. I was like, damn.
Oh, what's up? Really?
That was,
Is
yeah,
that-
I listened to everything. I don't remember what song it was.
Oh, I'm going to start calling. Maybe I
Some-
should have said that. Because I like
Mr.
him.
Benjamin.
But after he can take my picture, I'm like,
Like, I be seeing T.I. all the time, and I don't be want to fuck with T.I. like that. Even though he dap me up and speak every time
Yeah,
he
he's
see
very
me,
cool.
I don't want to.
I think it's weird if you do it all the time, like every time you see him, you want a picture.
Right, no.
I think one good time, like, yo, this man and you know,
I'm at the club. I be going
Yeah.
on stage up there. He be there all the time.
he's really good at approaching people and taking pictures and stuff. He actually held the camera so me and Tiny could take a picture.
And the thing is, you know,
He took the picture.
he
Yeah.
ain't the same, tough guy he was back when he was like 2001. He's
think
mellowed
he
out a
is.
lot, at least for the outside.
It's very discreet. He from the West Side like me.
The crazy thing about comedy, right? I used to get in trouble in middle school. You ever did that? Yeah.
I was a fighter.
Yeah, I got in trouble. I used to be a class ass. I'm a little bubble clown. I was in trouble. I got in trouble so bad one time, I didn't even tell my mama. I tried to call my teacher on the phone like I was my daddy to try to get me back in school. Like, hello? No, I'm in the 7th grade. Ain't no
So
way,
you-
ain't nothing about my voice
It's bass.
deep. But I'm like this on the phone. She's like, boy, if you don't tell your mama to come up here, you better not come back up to school.
And playing on my
Scary.
phone.
That was a gamble. Could you imagine the conversation with yourself before you make that decision?
Yeah, you done practice. You like, hello.
Are you really gonna try that shit? Nigga, if this shit don't go, what you gonna do then?
I knew how it was when I was trying to sign my mom's name on the, your report card. How you try to turn that A into a B. I mean a
Hell
B
yeah.
into like an A or that D. You try to like make that thing curve. Like, see, she put a little signature right here. She signed
Yeah,
it.
she
She gonna
signed
change
it.
it tomorrow.
Hell no.
And they're like, no, bring me that pink copy. We had pink, yellow, white copies.
And they do
back then.
Man, now that report card shit was even worse.
Yeah.
But
Or the
okay.
field trip. When you try to sign for the field trip so you could
time
go.
for the field trip, all that shit. Our field trip was shit like going to see Lean on Me.
Yeah.
That was one.
But we went to the
did.
Civil Rights Museum and all the teachers was white. Like, come on. And here's a slave.
Right, make sure
This
you
your
niggas know what
aunt,
your
maybe
uncles.
your uncle or aunt. Don't be afraid.
hell
You're like,
yeah.
oh God, no.
But with Detroit, they made us go to, like, our senior trip was down here
In Atlanta?
to go see all the black colleges. We
Oh.
go through a college tour trip all the way down through Alabama, through Atlanta, and then we go to Orlando for like a couple days at Disney World, and we come up 95 and hit Howard or Florida,
Oh wow. I
They
think
hit
they
all the
still
black
do
colleges.
black college tours because my daughter went on one. She actually chose Tuskegee. Shout out to you. So she's there. But now I think she's gonna finish up at Clark.
So what's your, you got any favorite comedy movies?
Oh my God, everybody knows me knows. My favorite comedy movie is Life.
Man, that's my shit. I
Life.
watched that
I can
movie
repeat
1,000
it
times.
front and back. I can repeat it.
Good morning, church. What up? What's shaking? Pork chops or bacon. Today's scripture will come from the book of Dr. Dre, chapter 1, verse 1. And it reads, creeping, down the back street on D's. I got some Glock cock, cause niggas want these. Yeah. No soon as I said it, seems I got sweated by some brothers with a Tech-9 trying to take mine. That's right, that's right. Woo. You wanna make noise, make noise. Cause I can make a phone call and my niggas coming like Gotti boys. And bodies being found on Greenleaf, laying with their heads cut off. Cause motherfucker, I'm Dre. Let the church say amen. Let the church say amen. Let the church say amen. Yes, sir. Let the church say amen. Don't think that you can get out here and get some new shit and niggas ain't finna come try it. You understand what I'm saying? Don't think that you can get some new shit and niggas ain't gonna come try it. So you got to keep your Glock cocked out here in these streets. You understand what I'm saying? Keep your head on a swivel, use that rear view to see you. You understand what I'm saying? And keep that in mind for this week's scripture. Let the church say amen. The doors of the church are open. Get that collection plate over there. Get it around on that side. Thank you very much.
My favorite movie, I got a second one now. I used to, is Set It Off is my favorite movie. I can repeat that movie front and back. Now, but my new movie I added to that list is Queen and Slim.
That was a good ass movie.
That was a great movie.
That's Suck MC at the end.
It is. But have you
MC at
seen
the
Queen and
end.
Slim? Oh, okay.
Cat back there, she watching, she looking for the signal.
Okay.
Was that a signal? Okay.
No, I'm just like, hello, are you like?
You gotta go.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
Queen and Slim got it. No, listen.
So like somebody posed the question, what's your favorite comedy sports movie? My favorite comedy movie is Brewster's Millions. You ever seen that?
No.
That's Richard Pryor when he played on the baseball team.
Oh, I've seen it, but I never knew the name of it.
And then he had the money.
Yeah, I've seen it, but I never knew. I didn't finish it, but I should finish it.
But it's okay. It's still out there.
Yeah.
Which Way Is Up? You seen that?
I haven't seen it. And you know what? My attention span is horrible.
That's okay.
So I may know seen it, and I might halfway into the movie like, oh my God, I've seen this before, but I don't know the name of it.
This is when Richard Pryor was multiple people and shit. It was a real
Yes,
good movie.
I did see that.
When he was a pastor, and
Yes.
he had a girlfriend across town.
He was the Clumps before the Clumps.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Hell yeah. So
He's amazing.
You now inspiring female comedians. You say you can at least name 5 though, right?
5 women that have inspired me, or just one that I just like inspired by?
Comedians, yeah. Whoever inspired you.
Um,
What you look at? Because you can't really look at comedy to develop comedy.
I know, it's just, okay,
Because
so.
you end up biting somebody's style.
Yeah,
Sounding
because
like
you want
somebody's
to put,
cadence or something.
you want to be you do.
You wanna be you
and
all
they
the way
tell
through.
you to be you. But if I get up there and like, hey, bleep, 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 la, 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 I'm like, oh, wow, you know what? You a little too much.
Is that you?
Don't be, I mean, sometimes.
That's not too much. There's nobody too much. If you remember Robin Williams and Sam Kinison, these loud, overly excited people.
I think it's too much for Nickelodeon.
Well, if you want to be on Nickelodeon,
Right,
yeah.
so
You're
it's
aiming
like a
for
lot of stuff.
Nickelodeon, yeah.
I kind of want like I want a
You
bunch
could
of
be a
chicks.
teacher on Nickelodeon.
You think so?
Hell
But I
yeah.
want to be like, and then I don't want to be like that. Always a black woman have to be that hip hop teacher. 1 + 1 is 2. Come on, guys. No, I'm not trying
Right. Or
I'm
get
not
put
trying-
into the stereotypical position
Yeah.
of what they put as a black chick.
Yeah, black and loud.
You
shake
don't
it
wear
out.
enough to be that person yet.
I do want to just be. I want to show more young girls that comedy. Like if you are being loud in school, it's ways you don't have to be that loud. Da, 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 da. You can still be you
Yeah.
and be comical and make a career out of it. And
Because just because you're a comedian
Yeah.
doesn't make you a clown.
that's true.
Some people believe you got to be all clown to be a comedian when you could just be an introspective person with a weird point of view and have it lay consistently. And people just get accustomed to hearing your point of view, and that alone is comedy.
Have you seen Weird Al before?
I love Weird Al Yankovic. He makes remixes. He used to make songs.
Yes, yes. So that's another person who actually got me into like really wanting to just step outside the box and do something weird and just say weird stuff and do weird things. I was like, you know
Do you
what?
have a comedy character?
I do.
Like an alternative?
I do. Grandma Louise.
Oh, you be dressing up?
I do. I have a page. I am Grandma Louise
I'm
on Instagram. She get booked a lot more than me sometimes.
And what does she do?
She has her perspective on like the world today as a grandma. But she's
my
an older
goodness, like,
grandmother.
what the hell y'all doing?
Yeah, she be like, I don't know nothing about no throwing back, no wop, and all that. I don't know nothing about that. I know about worship and praise. I don't know. So
I am.
Yep, I am Grandma Louise. Yep, that's me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
I think that's very important in the comedy world sometimes to just have an alter ego because you have to be able to step into that character.
that's true.
And when you tired and you had a long day, you frustrated, you angry, it's easier to snap into a character
It is.
than to try to find funny in your tired person.
Right.
You tired as fuck. Now you trying to figure out a way to come out of there with some energy.
That's true.
You can just put on that. Like my character is the pastor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
What's the
definitely.
pastor's name?
The Reverend Rap.
Reverend Rap. You made an Instagram, bro?
I didn't make one for him yet.
You got some.
I got a lot of material for him. That's what I got my cape and my wig for.
You should really start him up.
And I've been looking for a podium to have for my pulpit, but I'm just gonna say fuck it and just green screen a church background.
Yeah, you can make
and go
anything
at
your
it.
pulpit. That was makes it interesting.
Yeah.
Anything can be your pulpit. You could be at the strip club at the pulpit. Now these hoes is running amok,
Yeah.
and we need to get them from unstuck or whatever.
I'm gonna record one video every day.
Yeah.
as
I'm gonna hold them
Reverend
to
Rap.
it.
And I'm
I'm gonna check up on it. We're gonna do 30 days of it.
Yeah,
I'm
I gotta do that shit.
accountability partner.
I'm
'cause
gonna
I gotta
record
do-
them, and I don't know if I'm gonna put them on. I'm gonna record them, have them on deck, then I'm gonna edit them enough to put them on. Cause the editing process ain't much. You just want to get the verbiage down.
Yeah, I think I feel like at my age and my stage in the game, I just got the content part down right now. You know what I'm saying? So to sit down and to edit it, anybody listening, I really need a team of people that's willing to edit, because I have tons of content that I need to edit, and I need a good 24 to 48 turnaround to get it out there.
Somebody ain't doing nothing but sitting on their ass.
And it's people who's
Cat.
doing that.
What you doing with your life right now? You don't know how to edit no videos?
I'm trying to get a manager.
Well, manage these editing of these videos, guys.
I need help.
She has done an amazing job managing me so far. She's been there from the first time. I said, you know what? I don't want my job anymore. I just want to be a comedian. She's like, go do it. And I'm like, okay.
A manager is a blessing. Somebody that
It is.
believes in you, that can push your ass, even when you don't believe. You
She
push
does
them.
that, yeah.
You need that, and
She put me in front of all different places.
I see you all over the place. You know, what is one of the best places you like to go to perform?
LA, I love LA because they always show me love. in
LA, like Comedy Store. Laugh
I'll be at the
Factory.
Comedy Store on January 17th doing a roast battle. This is my second time at the Comedy Store. The first time, I did good on the first roast. Now, I'm from Atlanta. We do a thing called joning. I'm from the old school.
Burn your ass up
Yeah,
out here in these
we
streets.
fire you up. And it was like, boys, you don't got down, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Boy, your ass, you know, we start off like that. You know,
I keep
you
a
can
clip
roast.
full of them.
Right.
I think we started roasting back on Gladstone back in 1985 and 84.
Y'all probably did,
Well, I
because
think we
now
did
the
that
style
shit.
is different. So it's like,
Yeah.
hey,
and every
I
city
saw
got a different way of doing it.
a different way of roasting. I got you. So you're right. So when I went to Comedy Store the first time, it was like, so Brandy looks like, you know, she used to be a stud in her former life. And I'm like, oh God, like what?
That's what we doing as soon as we get here?
All right.
Like that?
So I'm like,
All right.
that comes from somebody whose parents are siblings. So it's just like
Ooh, just
I'm
slid it right on
really
in there.
quick. For,
Yeah, right back.
Yeah,
on
I'm
that
really
ass.
quick because I got sassy mouth.
Sassy.
So I'm really quick on my feet, but this time I'm like going to my second battle. And yeah, you don't never know. Jeff Ross was the judge last time.
Right. Jeff Ross is one of the roast legends.
Yes, and he was like giving us like that shit suck. I was like, damn.
But you see, Jeff Ross didn't roast some of everybody.
Yeah.
Do you watch comedy roasts?
I do.
What's your favorite comedy roast to watch?
The Richard Pryor one.
When
I love that one.
when Paul Mooney was there?
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's one with Patrice O'Neal was
Patrice, I love. Shouts out to Patrice O'Neal.
Yeah, it was
one of the
on one.
goats. I always fuck with Patrice. I was watching some of his videos today. That man
Genius.
been dead for about 10 years.
Really?
Yeah.
He was so good too.
Yeah, he died of diabetes.
There's a lot of comedians. It's a show. This is a weird thing to bring up, but it's a show. It's a forensic show about comedians' death and why comedians die so rapidly and so frequently. Because we're in the comedy clubs and there's nothing healthy there. It's like wings, alcohol, weed, whatever else
And
you need.
right. There's a lot of people be on pills.
Yeah, it's like a party. Like you're there, but then you're there every night, 3-4 times a night, doing shows, drinking, you know. So
Now, I get how that can be a dangerous lifestyle for your diet.
yes,
And I'm not saying this because I think I'm better than anybody, but I stopped drinking about a year ago.
oh, that's really good.
I just started working out and I smoke a lot of herbs, so I don't drink. It don't mix well for me. But when I go to the comedy clubs, I realize that going on stage with a little herb in your system I ain't gonna say it hampers your energy, but it makes you more mellow. Whereas taking a shot of Henny will bring that, because I used to be on deployment, right? We'd be on a ship, go out to the club on the ship, we pull into Dubai, and then we go to the Desert Dome over there. And at one point, I probably was getting 14 double Henny Cokes a night. I used to go hard in the paint. with Henny Coke.
14.
When you drink Henny and Coke, that shit tastes like Kool-Aid. When you
That's
get it
how
mixed
Crown
right.
Apple and lemonade is for me. It's like a sweet tea and lemonade. It's not like a.
And you out there
It's not like
dancing.
an alcohol. It sounds like coming from alcohol.
You out there dancing and sweating, so you go get another one, then somebody else will pull up and say, let's do triples. So after you got all this in you, you get on the bus and you headed back to the ship, and I just be on that motherfucker roasting everybody. What? Nigga, I saw you earlier, and I would do it, and people would just get me drunk to see me do it.
Yeah.
They would get me drunk because when I get drunk, I just go off.
Yeah.
And see, that's one part of my comedy I haven't started. I've been trying to use my comedy as let me scientifically craft some jokes, and let me go up here and deliver these jokes.
Oh my God.
But when
It's changed now.
but when comics come and get their hair cut and we just regular rapping, they're like, man, you funny as hell, dog. You need to talk like that on stage.
You need to, so I was giving out writing sessions. I was doing writing sessions last year or the year before that. And in the writing sessions, I used to shout out to Marty's Place. It was a place. Marty's Place in LA.
Marty's Place in LA. Where's that at?
It's a joke gym. It was,
Okay.
I don't know what part of LA it is. It's like right there by, right by the airport. I don't know what I'm looking
LAX,
at the.
that's okay.
What's that?
Manchester, I believe, is the
It's
street
that main
LAX
street
is
that
on.
I'm gonna think of it in a minute.
Manchester.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the one that runs through Inglewood all the way up to LAX.
Okay, that's the road. Marty's Place was open. It's a joke gym. You go like 3 stages. All comedians come in. You lock in. It's like you never have to lock in at the church where everybody in. And we running jokes. You get your 5 minutes. Come on, so you pay $5. $5. You brought your food, your drinks, or whatever you brought, and you just locked in. All comedians, and you leave at like 5 o'clock in the morning. You in the studio. You in the gym. Like you really working out. So long story short, I started that and brought it to Atlanta, the joke gym, and started writing. But I tell comedians all the time, I know we are taught to like set up, punchline, deliver, set up, punchline, deliver. I laugh, I joke, you laugh, joke, laugh, 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 joke, joke. No, comedy is who you are as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like what your perspective and outtake is, have fun. But as long as you hit the 5 W's, what you talking about, when you talking about it, where you talking about it, why you talking about it, and what you talking about. I'm sitting here with Kurt at the podcast, done brought my home girl, because I thought he was on some crazy shit. So what I'm talking about, where we at, who I'm talking about, and why, So,
Right.
But once you do that, and you having casual conversation, it's going to naturally flow. So to your thing, when you get on stage, talk, I tell everybody, talk your shit. It's like AA without the copay.
I heard a dude on stage last night. I can't remember his name. I need to remember his name. He wasn't necessarily a bad comic or a good comic. He just was on stage saying all kind of shit. And I was like, he sounded great. Like his voice, his inflection, his tone, he sounded great. his content was, I ain't gonna say it was too much or too less. It was just, you know, like, yeah, I love fucking with fat bitches because fat bitches give me goddamn snacks when I'm done. They be saying, you know, it really was like,
Yeah, you
all
gotta
right.
read the room too.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people don't read the room. I just left a show, and it was older women. Now it's raining. These women, these are like 70-year-old women, 60, and you came out in the rain. That's big on like a weekday. And they're like, yeah, I'm talking about sucking this and da da da. So you like your mama sitting there hearing. So they, you know, they got up and left. But them the people that's gonna tell their girlfriend, girl, I went to this club and tell Cheryl that da da da. Them the ones that's gonna get the word out.
Now, one of my favorite comics is Corey Holcomb.
Okay.
You know, Corey just get on stage and just, he says, he got some jokes, and then he got some setups that end up with funny punchlines. But most importantly, he just up there talking shit. And to me, when I thought about comedy, I thought that was the freedom of comedy. Yeah, you can get up there and be a joke teller.
I thought that was
And you could be fly enough to tell jokes. You just got to be intelligent enough to make jokes that are edgy enough for people to have to, oh, you know. Sometimes you, but you, again, that comes with reading the room.
Yeah.
You can't go, sometimes you can't go jokes in a room full of GEDs.
Right.
You got to talk shit to a bunch of motherfuckers in GEDs
Right.
like they in detention.
Because every room ain't set up for comedy either.
Because you can use a joke at like a white room, like Laughing Skull. You can probably hit them with some shit. Not saying that you can't hit them anywhere else, but that's more susceptible to. I believe going into a place like Laughing Skull, trying to goddamn just talk crazy. I don't know.
To me, it's like a culture shock thing. Like if you go to a predominantly white room, right, and we start to talk about white stuff like us being a jockey in a horse riding race, we're like, oh my God, I've never seen a nigger on a nag.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if they come to our room, our culture room, like, yo, 21, can you do something for me? We gonna think that's funny because the white boy is sitting there imitate.
Right.
So it's vice versa. Like if you go to an Indian room, we're like, they're gonna be like, oh
Have
my
you been to
God,
an
it's
Indian
funny.
room?
I have not been to an Indian room, but I have been to Denver.
What Denver got a bunch of Indians?
They got like Indians.
Native Americans
They
and
got,
Mexicans.
Yeah, they do, but it's so diverse. And the room is, shout out to The Rise. You want to get a chance, check out The Rise.
I saw a movie called Rise, but I don't know if it's the same thing you're talking about.
It's The Rise Comedy Club in Denver.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out.
They're very welcoming. They're very professional. They're set up for comedy.
Question. Here's another question. If you a broke, busted, dusted, damn near homeless kid with no money, no shoes, it's cold as fuck outside, and somebody came to you and said,
$50.
I can make you a rapper and you'll be rich beyond your wildest dreams. That's like this like Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X was, let's say he was a homeless kid with no parents and no family, and somebody said, you want to be rich, I'll make you a gay rapper. And he said, you know what, right now I'm eating out the trash can, let's do it. Because don't nobody need to know I ain't gay. And who cares who I am anyway? Some people think that way.
I would, but no, I would. I was gonna say I would do that, but I wouldn't know. But
Then, okay, what about a gangster rapper? Yo, we'll make you the rich gangster rapper. We'll give you $500,000 in every song, and we'll give you a $100,000 bonus every song you got something about killing a nigga in it.
Because it would be so hard for me to fight myself.
That is the definition of selling your soul. If you a conscious rapper, somebody that don't believe in all that bullshit, but somebody can come and give you a check and tell you to go be a gangster rapper, then you just sold your soul.
But I think, because
whatever they
even
gave you.
like J. Cole,
Love it. But no, when I went there, you don't even see the crowd. When you come in the door, you go to the back room. You don't come out and see the crowd till you actually on
Show up
stage.
on stage, yeah.
And you only see the people that's actually in lights, but it's like a room full of people.
But it's lit the way it's lit, as you mean? Is that
You
what
could
mean?
tell like the first 4 rows, but you could see like their glasses and reflectors, but you don't know. So
But
your
is that
jokes,
because of the light?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's dark. It's just like all eyes on you, and it's set up for just comedy.
Word.
And the good thing about that, and what through me, you don't know what you're saying. You don't know who you're talking to.
Word.
You might be talking to lesbians. You might be talking to transgenders. You don't know. So your jokes have to be customized and just to make everybody feel good. That's what comedy's supposed to be.
Word,
You know?
definitely.
You don't want to be coming up there fighting. You know what I'm saying?
So do you have a favorite comedy memory?
I've bombed horribly.
What's a horrible bomb?
A horrible bum is dead silence, like you want to get in your car
Niggas
and
just looking at your
go
ass
apply
like-
for jobs right away. Yeah.
Just looking at your ass on stage, right?
Like, I thought, okay, so this, and I still haven't redeemed myself, but this year I'm going to redeem myself. So I got this gig doing comedy for my older people at the old folks. I call them the old folks school.
Oh man, that's a good lick. I used to go cut for them.
So yeah, but you know, people forget about them. They want to laugh too, and they love comedy too. You know, so I got booked for this gig. They're like, and it was on Halloween. So I decided to dress up like Grandma Louise
Oh boy.
and go to the old folks' home.
And do your thing.
Yeah, I was just like, hey, you know. So I'm like, all right, we gonna do some karaoke. We gonna make some jokes. They're like, you think that's funny? The old people hated it.
Because you were damn near mocking them.
Mocking them. But I didn't look at it like that. I thought it was funny to be old, but I was sorry.
So what did they say? So that was a bomb?
They said, get your ass out of here.
But that was considered a bomb? See, to me, like, I
Get
don't.
your old young ass out of here, matter of fact. Get your...
One time I went to the Laughing Library. Shout out to the Laughing Library, a very good club. I love going. It's a great crowd. It's just a cool room.
I love it.
Down on Peter Street. And I was thinking of a joke that I wanted to try. And it was telling a story about don't feel bad if you try to holler at a chick in the mall in Atlanta. Because you can just go to the strip club and sit at the bar and you will see that same girl running around butt naked holding her drawers and giving out lap dances for $5.
Right.
So I was trying to tell that joke in a sense of it happening to me. And I was thinking it all day long, how I'm gonna land this shit. So I get on stage and try to tell it, and I couldn't get the story to go. And people were listening, because I would, in the beginning of my comedy career, I would get intimidated by silence. When somebody said, nigga, they listening.
So when you do hear silence,
They listening.
They listening, but you check the temperature of the room. Or if you say a joke and it's silence, they always tell you in comedy, so you address the elephant in the room. Like, oh, y'all ain't think that was funny? Hell, I did, especially when I took her home and I had to raise a son.
Definitely.
So you have to speak on it, because if you like crickets, it's like.
Well, I was talking.
Oh.
I was in the store, like, yeah, I'm in the mall, and then I go to the strip club, I'm sitting here, and everybody like,
oh, they're waiting for the
they waiting.
wait,
So I'm like, so I do understand if you got a joke and it's long,
you're just letting it breathe.
don't fuck them with the outcome. Like, don't let the
Don't
wet
go
thing
and
get
be-
quiet and you slip off the edge at the end, and it's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck we said quiet all this time for? And then you start hearing the rumble begin to lift. People
Yeah.
get a little louder, chairs start moving.
And then it make you want to kind of like
So
get into it.
I was telling the story, and I didn't know where to land my point. I didn't know what I found out in telling that story is you have to make sure that there's a punchline.
Yeah.
And you just don't think you're gonna be able to get to the end of the story and it be over. But when I tell stories, it ain't like that. When I'm in here giving people haircuts, it's like, yeah, nigga, this, that, the third, and they be like, man, you crazy. And I just feel myself going through a whole monologue, but I can't get that.
Let me tell you.
That was always something to translate on stage was always a little different.
A couple reasons why, and I say I love Atlanta. You know I love Atlanta. I'm all ATL,
Got
peace up,
to.
A-Town down. But get outside of Atlanta. Get outside of Atlanta, and I say that because Atlanta here, I've noticed they give you 3 to 5, and they like you. It's not much you can say in 3 to 5 minutes.
Which is why I
you
do
know
my
what I'm saying?
podcast.
So once you go out, but they're building you to be beast mode anywhere else.
Yeah.
So if you can land a joke and make them laugh within that 3 to 5, and you killing, your 10 is easy.
Yeah.
You know, your 15 is gravy. Your 30 is immaculate. Like you.
I found that out in November. I had a comedy contest at this spot on Wesley Chapel, and he was like, "You gotta do 15 minutes."
You
And I
got
was
time
like-
to talk. Yeah.
I said, "Well, I'm gonna do everything that I've been working on since I've been doing it." Then I get there, they said, "Well, it ain't gotta be but 6." And I said, "Oh, that's even better." Now these people don't know me, because if I go to the same club every week, they're gonna be like, "Here he come, trying to land them same jokes." But if you go somewhere where you ain't never seen these people, they don't know what's coming.
That's true.
All that shit go hit, and everything hit. They was loving it. I felt great.
Yeah, and when you and that's another thing I teach a lot of, not teach, I try to tell, because people didn't tell me. A lot of newcomers coming into it is, nobody knows you.
Right.
No, you're building. So you don't want to like, yeah, look at your jacket, boy, you look crazy as hell. You're like, boy, I hate you, boy. Boy, you'll never get a club. And then all these other comedians hating on me. Yeah, you right, boy, we'll never work with you.
Right.
So you have to be likable, a likable person, and you have to be. I have to want to listen, you know.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
but you got the story, you giving it to them, and you making contact. You like, you know what I'm talking about, don't you?
You gotta
They
add
don't
that
shake
in
their
there.
head. They don't even know they're back. Yeah.
But I used to be in the military, standing in front of 30 people, doing that every fucking
You
morning.
get back to it. Go back to the basis.
And be like, you feel me? Or this, or I'm like, and then you, and I would be able to do that. But again, that wasn't what I considered that necessarily a bomb, because once I got done and I felt like the story didn't land, I was like, tip your waitress, and I get off the stage. And then my boy Street's like, why you get off?
Yeah.
I was like, I was working on, I came here to work on this. And once I was done, I was like, all right.
Well, when you working on material,
You're supposed to put it in with material that you already
there
use.
you go. Yeah, you still have to, because even when you working and you learn a new craft, you have to, it's like you mixing in this new ingredient. Yeah, somebody gave you the sauce, but you got to make it Kurt sauce. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, yeah, let me tell you about this girl. Man, this girl was at the mall, and I seen her, right? Like, I seen her, she was bad, but she blowing me off. Then you putting the Kurt sauce.
Yeah,
you giving
your shit
you
to
know what
it.
I'm saying? Then you putting it in. But then I went to the bar. How about this same chick? I'm trying to act funny. You know, she with her drawers around her hand. Like, girl, give me my $1 back.
Right.
Try, you know, act it out.
And that's where I learned that lesson.
Yeah.
Because again, that was, to me, I'm gonna say that was probably my most, because I've been on stage at Blue Lagoon where wasn't nobody in there but the waitresses sitting at the tables.
Those are my most, that's when you can work on some stuff.
And there'd be 30 people in the green room trying to get them 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Because it's like, we just want to say what we gotta say. You know what I'm saying?
The stage have helped save a lot of people. It definitely saved me. I got into comedy because my sister, first my son's dad passed. Well, not passed, like he just had a disease. He got killed. Somebody murdered him.
He got killed. Now, that's a different level of dying.
Yes, you fuckers. So when my son's dad got killed, I got into comedy more because I was making my son laugh through just through my
Trying to
jokes.
cheer him up.
Yeah, just cheering him up, you know. So I said, damn, there might be a little message in my mess. But then as I got going and my sister would laugh and stuff.
Rest in peace, OG.
Yeah, my sister ended up passing. So there's a lot of people gonna pass in this story.
Rest in peace, sis.
So after my sister passed, that kind of knocked me down like that. Cause she was my little sister and I raised her, you know. So she left 6 kids behind. No. She was carrying a baby. She had kids back to back to back. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Carrying another one. Then she had heart issues. So she passed having a baby. So the baby and her passed. So that really knocked me out. I'm like, okay, like every time I'm getting to a point where I'm making people laugh, I'm getting like really known, somebody died. It made me not want to do comedy. I'm like, okay, let me just not try to like reach my dream, because I felt like, you know, like you were that Illuminati, you gonna start dropping people. And I was like, maybe that's what's going on. I don't know.
Black people.
Right.
Black people. Stop sacrificing everybody.
I'm telling
People
you.
died. Now, I will say, I
just
think them
feel
niggas took Bernie Mac, and I think them niggas took DMX.
And what's the
I think them
Dick
niggas
Greg-
took Gangsta Boo.
What's the guy name?
I'm not finna sit up and let y'all tell me Gangsta Boo was on that shit. Rest in peace, Gangsta Boo.
Rest in peace, but she was definitely on that shit.
I know that was your girl.
She was
Gangsta
definitely
Boo
on
was
that shit.
everybody girl, man.
Yeah, I love.
Gangsta Boo was like Mia X,
But them
Trina.
dollars that, yeah, I love.
Mia X was
She
like
was
the
the
grandmother
theme
to all
song for
that shit.
Freaknik. Gangsta Boo,
Yeah, Gangsta Boo was the
oh my
shit.
God.
Hell yeah, and so
She was so young too.
So what? Cause so we talked about inspiring comics and people. If you had to put your comedic personality and energy into 3 people, like after 3 people, okay? Let me give you an example. Like for me, I say LL Cool J, Corey Holcomb, and Sugar Free.
Who is Sugar Free?
How dare you? Bite your tongue.
He said, don't you ever cuss at me again. Who is that?
Sugar Free is a rapper that worked with Snoop Dogg. He Sugar Free.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna put a Sugar Free video up.
Bitch, you sugar free, a crash dummy. I ain't the smartest motherfucker in the world, but you just another bitch that need gas money. And this is some news you can use. Bitch, 1 million motherfuckers wanna be in my shoes. Bitch, I'm a legend in these streets. The better kind. How many of y'all niggas know where y'all bitch at right now? Never mind. Believe everything that bitch tell you, huh? Don't lie to splurge. Boyfriend, pimpin', nigga, shit, what is it? Mine or hers? Mobe then. Your average nigga break his neck to go to your house. Have I ever been there? Okay then. What I'ma give a bitch a pass for? Spent all that time in school and got a job that ain't got nothing to do with you with your class for. Here goes some real sugar-free toughener. If the bitch got a gang of play cousins and play brothers, they fucking her. Sugar-free to pee. Look like the game hurt. If the bitch got 2 or 3 phones, she either a hoe or a brain surgeon. How to write the book, motherfucker. I just read what was in the motherfucker.
But Sugar Free just got signed to Death Row. He probably about 60. He was a pimp back in the day. Remember he had a song called I'm Sugar Free? And then he was rapping on that. Now he just got a song to where he's doing his thing. Yeah, he's a I don't want to call a man a pimp.
Why is he?
But he is Sugar Free the Pimp on Instagram.
Snoop, stop signing people.
But Sugar Free is definitely.
He has life policies.
Tell me you know who Sugar Free is.
Nobody knows.
In your life, are you serious?
Nobody knows Sweet and Low. Nobody knows. At this point, he ain't Sugar Free, he's Sweet and Low.
Oh my goodness.
60. Jesus, why is he being signed? Who he gonna tell? Who gonna be at the listening party?
This Sugar Free right here.
I'm Sugar Free.
This Sugar Free right
He
here.
got a baby picture on his profile.
This Sugar Free. And Sugar Free is legendary. You know what I'm saying?
Don't kill me, Sugar Free.
He got a song where he say, I'd rather give you my bitch than to let you breathe on the last bit of endo smoke. I'd rather give you my bitch tonight.
And this is who you put in your 3?
But I'm just saying, I just had to say Sugar Free because I was thinking about it. But look, no, but seriously though.
No, don't try to say Sugar Free out there.
Sugar Free is definitely in there. And I'm gonna say LL because of his energy. LL Cool J.
You give off an LL vibe.
LL Cool J
You
has
think so? Don't give off like this swag.
But you gotta think of a young LL.
Okay.
Crush Groove LL,
I'm gonna
where
knock
he
you
was
out.
just, LL was, when you ever saw Crush Groove?
Yes.
Remember when he came and auditioned at the Dorm
Yeah,
Lounge? And he came, but he was harder than that. It was like, box! And he jumped in the room and just like, wow, baby, he just, and then when he did, I'm mad.
Yeah.
I believe that energy, LL Cool J embodied the energy necessary to translate his message.
Yeah.
And it don't always have to be as extra as that, but then at the same time, that energy is necessary. You have to be in tune with that, because what you're saying, if you don't say it with the right inflection, it can work against your joke. It can work against your
people
material.
Beep that if you're not confident in what you do.
You don't even mean it. You can say you can say something funny, but then you come back on stage and be like, something funny.
Yeah.
It ain't as funny as if you go up with that motherfucker with a little bit of electricity.
Right, or some type of expression.
And young LL Cool J had the most electricity. Big Daddy Kane was smooth.
Oh, I love Big Daddy Kane.
LL Cool J was at your ass. He was 14,
Humpty did
15.
Too.
Humpty was good. Shock G. Yeah. But then I definitely like Sugar Free. I like Corey. I like
These young people are not gonna know what we're talking about. They don't think they're like first slaves or something. They're like, who is Sugar Free?
Then you got because I like OGs because that's so many to name. When you get the naming names,
let me see my 3. You say energy wise, or
I'm
what's
just saying, period. These people are all in your swag when you talk because some people say they get their comedy from, their grandmother, their aunties.
I definitely get it from my grandma because she used to watch me, and okay, so my energy comes from, I think I used to be a dance hall queen or something back in my former life.
Like TK Kirkland, you know who that is?
Oh yeah, I love TK.
I like TK. He's one of the people I
He was just here in Atlanta.
I saw him when he was here too. He was cool people.
I was there. He had got the Red Fox Award, so I was able to go to the award show.
He was here for that.
Yep. That he got it not this year. He was here for this year for it, but he got it. He got honored a couple of years ago. Goody Ma was there, and I was able to go there and take a picture and be honored like it was me, but it wasn't. But shout out to TK.
Yeah, I mean, so you listen to rap? What type of music you listen to?
I actually listen to a lot of neo soul. I listen to one great rapper named ZQ.
ZQ?
Yes, you should. You got Apple Music?
I got something. I got Apple Music. I got something.
Okay.
I don't want to.
Y'all check him out.
What's his name? ZQ?
Yeah, ZQ.
So you like? Let's see.
No, is that Apple Music?
No, this is just.
Oh, go to Quan 107. QUAN 107. All right.
Followed by Funny Mommy.
Yes, the music is dope.
So this is music?
Wait, let me find you some music. Hold on. Find you some good music. And your son rap too.
Yeah, he spit. OG Wheat. That's the music that features on my music. Every time I do a intro and I do any type of music, I use my son's music because it's his label. He owns the publishing and he owns the marketing, so I don't have to worry about nobody trying to copyright strike me. And that's why I don't play nobody else's music, because I don't want to deal with nobody flagging me.
That's true. That's how you do it.
Shit.
Circulate that business.
Yeah.
Is he here? Is he local?
No, my son lives in Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay.
He been in Jacksonville. That's where I was in the Navy.
Okay.
And I was out there in Jacksonville.
How long were you in the Navy?
20 years. That's why I got trapped by his mama out there.
Someone trapped by his mama. He
Yeah, I was
loves your mama.
I was lit. You know what I'm saying? I was a young, dumb dude out the hood. Young, dumb alley cat out the hood that ended up in the military. And you know, when you in the military with a uniform on and a hood chick see you, it's like,
oh, yeah.
That's a guaranteed chick right there.
Yeah. No, she probably like,
That's
he
a guaranteed chick
fine.
right there.
He fine, girl. He got a good job.
She don't know what a good looking dude is.
She, I made a nice kid, a very successful kid.
Yeah, he's
a smart kid. You want to come here? Come back.
No, I'm good actually. So where will you see yourself in 10 years in the game, or do you consider?
Oh my God!
Like, or do you? Is that too much to speak on?
No. Speaking, I see myself very wealthy. I see myself giving opportunity to a lot of underprivileged people, not kids. I'm talking about people.
I'm listening.
Whether it's single mothers, whether it's divorced people, you know, opportunities. I want to work with a lot of people. In 10 years, my goal is to be a game show host.
Oh my goodness, what's your favorite game show?
Deal or No Deal was my favorite game show, but I started with, of course, The Price is Right made me ever want to be a game show host.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to create my own. I like Fear Factor, but I ain't with all that little eating creepy stuff, and that gets too weird.
Fear Factor don't have to be about eating crazy shit.
Yeah, they started getting too weird with it. Like, here goes some goat's balls. Like, ain't nobody eating no goat's nuts.
Right, lay in the bed, lay in this box, and let us put 1,000 roaches on your
Yeah, like
ass.
that's crazy. So, we had Fear Factor in the hood. Didn't even want to say that. We was playing on pissy mattresses.
Right.
And we was playing on electrical wires and
Catch
stuff.
him on a snowy day and say, grab the bumper of the next car and drag down the street behind him.
Right,
in
it
the
was like
snow.
we used to throw rocks at each other. You remember, like, crazy stuff.
See how fast you can climb the tree.
We used to jump barbed wire fence. That's Fear Factor. We was doing, you know what? They have took everything we've done in the hood and made networks out of it. 16 and pregnant, we been on that.
Been on that shit,
Right.
cuz.
Johnny K +8, been on that.
600-pound life, grandmama been on that
Been
shit.
on that. 48 hours, we invented that shit.
Oh, yeah, ridiculousness. Y'all just showing my video.
Yes. They just took our shit and
They
just
just
made
run
it.
that shit with it. And I think that's why they went into reality TV. They just killed all the writers. See, this is what we'll do. We'll just sprinkle some money in the hood and turn the cameras on.
Right.
And
Let's
we got
go down to the trailer and
20
see if
seasons of this bullshit.
Becky, 800-pound life boyfriend Bob is gonna wash her back in the backyard.
Yeah.
Get the camera, Bobby. I'm like, what the hell?
So a talk show host, could you make your own show?
I could do my own. I love to
What would
host.
be
I'm
your
an
show?
amazing host.
What would be your show? Like, what would be a show that you would invent to host?
It would incorporate. I would probably have young kid writers because their imaginations are insane.
One of my favorite shows, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Yeah, I like that show. I was never smarter.
never smarter than a motherfucking
No, them
fifth grader.
kids,
Well, I was like,
them kids were way
That's
different.
that new math.
Yeah, I don't know what school. They didn't go to public school. Them fifth graders did not go to public
They
school.
was not teaching that shit over there at Peck.
No. So I think I would make a show. You definitely win money, but it would have to be.
You win scholarships.
You win you will win business.
Entrepreneurship funds. You're playing for funds for your business.
Your entrepreneurship funds. We should create
I'm trying to tell
game
you.
show.
And and the show is gonna be about you utilizing your ingenuity skills. What are you good at?
Right.
If you let's say for instance, we have a show for stylists. Today's episode, we got stylists. And today the stylists are gonna be doing
wigs.
straight backs.
Oh, straight backs.
Wigs or straight back. We have braiders today. They're gonna be doing box braids.
Yeah.
And we got 5 of them on the panel.
Blindfold and whoever part.
Yeah. They part whoever got the best. It's like
should do
Ink
that.
Master.
Yeah, I love that show.
Instead of Ink Master, we have Braid Master.
The dumbest
Fade
show I
Master.
saw was Naked
We need
and
to
Afraid.
do them. That's dumb as fuck. First of
That-
all,
that-
and I don't know that shit ain't in no foreign country. That
You
shit is
talking about
like
that's dumb as fuck.
that shit
That
off
is-
the I shit off of 20 in
Yeah.
the woods out there. They're all out there, butt naked,
in the woods.
no shoes. I saw an episode, and this white boy was out there, and I think they just want a reason to not wash their ass.
Yeah.
He in his mug, he getting bit by stuff. He naked, trying to talk to the little chick, like, how we gonna build this tent? Like, cause you're naked.
Right.
And she's like, I'm still weirded out, and why are you naked? She got a damn cloth over her like Eve, and you standing here naked. When we out here with a fanny pack on. Stop playing, man.
That's too much. Then it's cold, rainy, bugs crawling in. You got to build a shelter off bamboo.
I'm not doing that
And
shit.
the crew standing there with cameras with their raincoat and everything.
They dumb as hell.
Meanwhile,
I don't know who's dumber.
you got a stick trying to be like,
Nah, they did have a
No.
show that came on a few years ago where people was trying to get out of shit. Remember, it was called The Great Escape.
oh, I couldn't do that.
The Great Escape. Remember, they put him in a prison?
I couldn't do that.
They put him in a prison and said, you got to break out of here. You can't get caught. They give you all these options and you got a partner. And you see partner relationships break up because it's like, you can't climb this fucking wall. You can't get through this
I gotta
doggone
go.
fence. It was good because they was breaking out of prison. They broke out of a playing yard. They broke out of a building. And it was just all the way up to grand prize of getting to the top of this big ass building. But The Great Escape was good. They
I like
started you off-
Survivor. Me and my friends actually play
Did you
Survivor.
watch that?
Yeah, we play that. I have a friend group. Like, me and my friends, we go on vacation. And, like, at a certain time, they'll drop the code to the house. You have to get there to the house. And then it's like, we break off in Survivor teams. We go camping. We do all this. Shout out to my friend Cationers and my friend Printers. They know who they are.
That's probably good to have these scavenger hunts. Like one of my favorite movies is Rat Race.
Really?
Remember Rat Race?
I did remember Rat Race. That
And
was
it racing
that was
from
funny movie.
California to Las Vegas or
What's
something
the
like
guy,
that.
Mr. Bean?
Mr. Bean.
He's one of the
Whoopi
highest.
was in there.
I just looked that up. He's the second highest high. I think after Seinfeld, it's the Mr. Bean guy.
Oh yeah.
Highest paid comedian, and he don't even talk. He just makes facial expressions.
Speaking of highest paid comedians, Bill Cosby's going back on tour again. What you think about that?
I think he got a lot of shit to say.
I think he should go.
I think I will go and see him.
And that's the thing about comedy; it never gets old. Dick Gregory toured. I think he might have died
That's
on
who I
tour.
wanted to say. That's who.
I love Dick Gregory.
I think they took him out, Dick Gregory.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? I
That
mean,
nigga
he
was
was
100
already.
years old. Huh? That's how you talk. Huh?
Yeah.
That motherfucker coming down with the shit. Huh? You hear me?
Yeah. You ever met Chris Jones?
Who is that?
Chris Setoff Jones?
Is he out here?
Yes.
I may have and don't know his name.
When you get a chance, he is amazing. He's another. I wouldn't even call. He's a vet, but he's not an OG. You know what I'm saying? And he's really good. But his name Chris Setoff Jones, and he's just like he gives you the comedy of Dick Gregory. He's
Yeah.
opening up for Carlos Miller right now.
Chris what?
Set it off. You should come right up. Set it off, Jones. I'll send it to you. Should I get my phone? Okay, I'll send it to you. But yeah, he's he's good. I'll send it to you.
So what about Chris? He just he
He's-
just talks like Dick. He does a lot of because Dick Gregory is, although he's a comedian, he's a lot of information. Like when I went to go see
That's Chris.
when I went to go see TK,
He's just
he
like,
was on there talking this shit, which was funny. But he was talking like he was spitting game the whole time.
Yes, he
like,
wanted
get your
you-
life insurance, bitch. You walking around here and you ain't got $20,000 in the bank. Get your money right. You know, he on that shit a lot. And his jokes come from those experiences, but that's where he at with it now. And I think that when I get deep into comedy and really get into my bag, I'll be a comic like that, where I'm really just,
right.
you know what I'm saying, just talking shit.
I think you should. I think once you get over the part of, I want to set up a punchline, I want to don't do that.
And I don't do that in here. I don't. That's what Shrimp be telling me.
Go to that space. Shrimp is really good.
Yeah, that's
Shrimp
my
is
nigga.
really good when it comes to that. He will come in. He comes in early. He observes the room. He like, hey, how you doing? His demeanor is the same even when he goes on stage. So he's observing the room. He gets on stage and said, I think once you get on there and you get the feel of you in your safe space, and you talk your shit. That's what people like. Oh, yo, I ain't even know Kurt was on that like that.
Yeah, and I'm on it like a motherfucker.
So that's what those are the people you want to see.
And that's what I do my podcast for. Because I always feel like 3 minutes on stage
Okay.
is not enough for you to really get out who
Right.
you are
It's not.
as a character. And
Y'all need to stop.
then you either gonna go do a bunch of niggas be like videos, or you can do a podcast where you can allow your personality to flow through your material. Like,
That's how people get the blue checks and the Cardi B's became Cardi B. She can rap, but they loved her before because of personality. Like They love the personality. They love the interaction. So they don't want the Kurt like clear eyes are for dry eyes and my eyes.
Word.
They want Kurt to be like, boy, let me tell you about this boy haircut I did. They want that Kurt. They're like, man, I can relate to him. He like my homeboy, you know.
The last interview I did with my boy Doug, he came in, he from Philly. We sat in here, and I was talking about Prime, Coach Prime, the shit he was going through.
Yeah. I like
And
him.
I ended up.
I didn't know he had a missing toe.
He got 2 missing toes.
Damn.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't be the nigga he was and only missing a toe. He a bad boy.
Yeah,
but
he was good too.
I was actually, damn, I forgot where I was at with it, but
Prime. You was talking about Prime.
yeah, I was talking about Prime and just like Prime. I was talking crazy shit about Prime Time. And the fuck he owe you niggas anyway? And you know, I was going there. Then as I said, then Jerry Jones on the motherfucking picture. You surprised? It's 1958. What the fuck you think he was in the picture for? Right. You know, that's a small gap of a picture in a big ass room. How he in the picture? You know, I actually went at the camera with the shit, with the energy and, instead of just trying to be politically correct.
Yeah, and that's fun.
Yeah.
That's why Shannon Sharp.
Right, and Shannon don't even realize Skip only picked you because you was a nigga he could do that too. He wouldn't have tried that shit with Randy Moss.
None of that.
He wouldn't have tried that shit with Lawrence Taylor. Nah, and I think Lawrence Taylor better than Tom Brady, period. Tom Brady been protected. First of all, a kicker won 3 of them motherfucking Super Bowls.
Right.
Duh. A kicker won 3 of them bitches. And Kyle Shanahan won 1 of them, telling old boy to throw that ball. When Marshawn Lynch right there. So that's 4 right there.
That whole game, ain't that the one game that they came back?
Yeah. And then Marshawn Lynch ran that bitch all the way down to the motherfucking 1 yard line.
And y'all don't give it to him.
And you gonna throw it. That's because you didn't want a nigga on the motherfucking mic on that podium.
It's the way he is.
Oh, yeah.
All the sports guys, even I don't know the white guy name, who be like they just be sunny him like shut up, be like, but I'm serious.
Right.
He have his own little personality and all that stuff. Skip
Off the chain, man.
Skip ass funny as hell.
Skip is an old white boy that never could fucking play sports, so he figured he'd get back at everybody by being politically correct or being analytically correct.
Analytical asshole.
Like, I can talk shit about you, so okay, I might not be able to beat you in basketball, but you can't make free throws. Okay? You can't make free throws, and your run time is shorter than it was last year, and he will just ride that shit out.
Yeah.
And Shannon Sharp just fall for that bait and just
He
be,
do.
oh
He
my
always-
God, Skip. Oh my goodness, Skip.
You sound just like him.
Skip.
Come on now.
Damn it, Skip. Now see Skip. Skip is sunny, so
You should make a character like that.
go put me a suit on. So I actually really enjoy comedy, and this is an opportunity for me to bring other comics in and have conversations with them and talk to them and see what they was about and see how they get out with comedy. Because again, I admire anybody that's willing to go stand on stage and attempt to bring people into their personality with comedy. You know what I'm saying? That's not the easiest thing in the world to do. And I'm gonna tell you some real shit. I'm 46 years old. I've done just about everything in the world I wanted to do. And the one thing that I hadn't done was master me a good, strong 45 minutes. And I'm on a journey to do that. Because, see, I'm not on a journey necessarily to be picked up by somebody and brought to the game. I want to do me a nice, 1 hour bit, go run on me a stage, invite everybody out, record that shit, publish it on my son's record label, and then go work on another hour worth of shit.
I think that's a great goal.
And that's just my move. And then, eventually it'll work and it'll start booking me or whatever. But at the end of the day, that's what I want to do. I'd much rather do that. And so
You
I
find
think
what works for you, that lane that works for you. Because what happens is people start veering in other people's lanes.
and it's not, you ain't supposed to do that.
Yeah, and it's not. It's so much. It's so much coming. You could be writers, cartoon voiceovers. There's so much commercials, radio, podcasts,
Yeah.
and the comedy thing. So
But this
that's
is,
really
this
good.
is,
I think I want to record. I think I want to do me. I'm actually dropping me Apple Music. Grandma Louise has prank calls, so that should be in February. So I'm dropping Apple Music with all the prank calls that Grandma Louise
man,
do.
prank call CDs that never get old, boy. I never get old. I love prank calls. We started prank. I don't know. We had to start prank drugs. This is how we used to prank calls. So we used to be little ghetto kids in the alley, running
Is that
around.
your brothers and who's that?
That's me in the red, my brother in the middle, and one of our friends on the end. He stole the camera, and we was taking pictures. He took a picture over there. My brother dunking on a crate.
Oh wow.
It's like right over there behind her.
Okay.
And we was like, we just gonna take some pictures dunking. And I said, well, let's go down the street. I want to do mine on the rim. And so as we was walking down the alley, we stopped in front of this garage that had all this graffiti. I said, let's take this picture right here.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? So we
That's
took this
interesting
picture.
out there.
Yeah, and I found that picture in a box of pictures. Again, this is like 1989. Ain't nobody got no fucking cell phone. This nigga stole one of them zip cameras out of the store. That's the only reason we got that. You know how much shit that wasn't taking pictures of back then? And I just found that and kept it. I got a few of them, but
I used to love those disposable cameras.
hell yeah. And I still got a couple that ain't been taken in.
Developed?
Yeah. I got a lot of them. I was in the Navy. You used to go buy like 5 of them when you pull into a port. And then you just use them all up and stack them. So one day I'm going to go and,
oh, you should do that.
Yeah, but you got to find them. That's why I got all them patches on the back of here. Those are the countries I've been to.
Oh wow. I only been to 2 countries. Mexico, Puerto Rico country.
It's an island. It's a part of the United States of America.
Okay, well I've been there.
It's the 51st state.
Well, I've been in the part of that country where well, I've been there. It sounds like a country, Puerto Rico.
So where can we find you on stage in Atlanta?
You can find me.
Like in the next, regularly, you know what I'm saying?
Regularly, okay, so.
Because I'm going to tell you, what's today, Thursday?
I try to be regular at Uptown, but.
Uptown.
I try to be a regular.
You been on stage at the Spot?
What's it called?
The Spot.
No, where's that?
It's in Decatur.
Oh, I have. With Remo.
Great room.
Yeah.
Electric.
I love that room. But I've been trying to mature, and I really want to mature my jokes. So I go to spaces now that I feel that I can actually get my jokes off, and it's being received. So I go to Punchline on Sundays. You can catch me at Punchline on Sundays.
Where is that at?
It's up.
It's in Marietta?
Yeah, it's in Marietta.
Okay.
But look it up. But it's catered to that. So it's not like you're not competing with the sports TV shows. You're not competing with people who just came.
Stage and a light.
It's just stage and light. You'll get a real response, in my opinion. So I've been there on Sundays, but I have Columbus, Georgia, for the month of January. I will be in the Outskirts Bar and Grill with DK. And his name, DK.
Where is that at?
It's Columbus, Georgia. Hey, thanks for following me. You made it to the Funny Mommy page. This is my page. This is where you can really support me, yo. So listen. Share, tag, like, and follow. I'm out here living my dream. I need your support. And unfortunately, they don't go by the funny, they go by the numbers. So I'm gonna need you to like, share, tag, and do even one better. Come out to a show and support. So catch me live at all my shows. I'll have it posted. Again, my name is The Funny Mommy. I appreciate you. Outskirts. Great place, great room. They be there for comedy. Even though it's a bar and grill, they shut it down for just comedy. So DK hosts out there. You can go to my page, flyer. That's the 11th. On the 17th, like I said, I'll be at the Comedy Store in LA. I'll be in the Roast Battle. I don't know who the judge is this time, but I'm ready. On the 19th and 20th, I'm back in Atlanta. I'm hosting Phenomenal Seafood in Douglasville. That's a really good room. It's my 30 and up crowd, my grown folks. That's the 19th. Then the 20th, I'll be in Douglasville again, hosting at Mango's Restaurant. It's a African Caribbean seafood, African place, but the food is good. It's real good. But
It's an African seafood place?
no, I don't know why I said seafood.
African Caribbean place.
I meant to say cuisine, but it's
African cuisine.
cuisine.
Oh, okay.
You know why they say cuisine? Ain't no Q in it.
See you.
Cuisine.
That's
Cuisine.
like cucumber.
Cuisine. Cucumber.
Q-C-U-C-U-C-U-M-B-E-R.
Come get the food. Come get the African food. Cuisine.
So
I don't know how to say all
that's
that
your
stuff.
schedule though.
Yeah, and then I'm in Memphis. So I'm in Memphis the 27th through the 29th. We battling Memphis, Atlanta versus Memphis. If you want to go, yeah, we're just battling.
Right.
We're just going down there. We're gonna do it's more like a field day kind of thing, like what it's gonna be like with comedy stuff.
Yeah, how many people you with?
Comedy joint. So far now it's 4, but more the merrier. We just renting an Airbnb, then we're going over. But the comedy joint is owned by LaToya Polk. She's a female, black female who owns a comedy club in Memphis called the Comedy Joint, and we'll be battling them at the end of the month. So that's my schedule for January.
So do you do open mics a lot around here, or are you strictly on schedule now?
I still have a young kid at home. I have a 14-year-old. So I got older kids. So I got a 22-year-old. I keep saying 23. She's 22. And a 20-year-old. But my 14-year-old is still in school. So I try to keep a set schedule to still be at home with her, because she's not that good at math right now. We're still working on that. But
Get the Mathway app. Go your phone, download Mathway, the MATHWAY. There are about 4 math apps. All you gotta do is take a picture of the problem, and the bitch will give you a straight answer.
Mathway app?
Yeah, that's why I got through. That's how I got through college when I was in Georgia Piedmont over there. I went and got Mathway. I had college geometry.
Oh my God! Look, I'm texting her now. Mathway app.
Go find the app and send her the app.
Oh.
But yeah, that Mathway. They got about 5 math apps. You ain't gonna know shit, but you're gonna be able to answer questions.
Right. And at this point, I'm just training my daughter to be my personal assistant because she always with me.
So you know how to count your money on there and everything. But yeah, there's apps for math. I told my cousin that shit. He had math. He's like, for real? I said, that's why the niggas been passing your class.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because if I would have had this, I wouldn't have had no problems. I would have been out. Yeah.
You're right. So
math. Look, I just saw her go. She's like, okay.
Well, I'll
like
be
download it now.
I like to go to. I'm gonna say I go to Cats, but that's more of a networking room because it's hard to get on. There'd be like 30 comics out there, so you can go network. But Tuesday.
How long you been in it?
About 2 years.
Okay, you still fired up for Jesus in this comedy game. I see.
What you mean?
He's still on the fire for the Lord.
What you mean?
Like I go to Cats. Cats ain't for nobody else. I'm just be 1,000.
And I'm gonna tell you, and it's not a bad thing about Cats. I just get it. That was the first thing I heard of when I heard of a comedy club in Atlanta. The first comedy club I went to was Cats, because I heard somebody say I was at Cats.
I'm so glad this is being filmed. I'm gonna tell you off camera, but
no, you can talk. You tell it.
I can't stand going to Cats.
Maurice is very particular about who we put on.
I can't stand going to Cats. Let me tell you, Maurice, listen. All right, so I've been to Cats several different times, and I damn near helped set up the damn chairs. I done got there before the waitress done got there. I put my name on the list. It don't matter. If anybody come in there and he think he know or he done saw, your ass is getting bumped. Now, let me tell you about me.
T.I. bumping everybody.
Yeah,
Rodney Perry bumping everybody.
And I get it.
Lavelle Walker bumping everybody.
I get the certain bumps, but let's be respectful. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, it take a lot for people to come out and do comedy, especially if, like I'm a single mama, so I gotta cook, get clothes ready, come on down, get my hair done, draw eyebrows.
We just want 3 minutes. We just coming out for 3 minutes, and you just get there and wait 2 hours and.
Yes, thumbhead ass.
So that's a Tuesday spot. I only been up there 3 times, and I did bad the first time, but I learned a lot from it and developed a lot more. But I don't go there because not getting on stage when you didn't wait it is also a form of rejection. Which in comedy, rejection and that shit ain't always good for your spirit in this business. So you almost like you don't want to take it. If you was a boxer, it's not about not wanting to fight the big giant motherfucker.
Who are you to reject somebody?
Right, and again, this is how I rationalized it. This man has a club to manage, and
That's
he
not his
has
club.
to
He's the
keep.
promoter.
I know he has a club to manage.
To promote.
Promote. During the event, you're sort of the manager. It was the way he moved around, and I got to keep people sit down. I got to keep the room space. If you're standing here, I need you to go over there and move that. And if you want to come sit down, come on up front. You know how you get out. The nigga don't never sit still.
He
And
should.
he also got to make sure, because it's on that corner down there where a lot of the LGBTQ community is. So anybody that's homosexual pull up, they can get on. I don't give a fuck how
I
funny
think
you
a gay
are.
dog walked in there and got on
You know what I'm saying?
before me.
But I'm not gonna, and that's it. And he wants people that he knows are draws. Now, if you pull up and say, I got 5 people with me, I'm trying to go on stage, and they go to the table and they order some food and drinks, he'll make sure you get on.
Now, no shade, no tea to the room. Now, no shade. I had, for one, I did that for cats. But as I start veering away from that and doing my own thing outside of that, because I guess we're Facebook friends and the word got out, I get invited to the room to come do the room. So I still ain't got booked for the room. But I do get invited to come and hit the stages now. But my thing is to, booking is always nice,
And again, I haven't put myself out there so deep because I just want to make sure that I can have my set together. I've been using the last year or so to just get a foundational set. You have to get a set. You have to get a set and you have to say it. Then you go and add to your set to develop more material. But ultimately, you have to have a go-to 5 minutes when you come into these comedy clubs. And I've been working on that. So I might work on this joke.
You don't think you had it?
I got that now. But it's been, I didn't have it when I first started going down. He was like,
How long does a haircut take? An actual haircut?
I could probably do it in as fast as 15 minutes or as long as 30.
15 minutes. After that haircut time, how much are you talking to that customer?
The most of the time.
And how long? You said it's 15 minutes?
Yeah.
That's a set.
That's a whole set.
That's what I'm saying. So don't reinvent the wheel.
Don't reinvent the wheel.
I tell you, you could put it in part of your podcast too. You get in this chair. You get somebody in your chair, turn that camera on, start talking.
And that's what my podcast is. If you ever watch a few episodes,
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing the whole time is being me. And it's funny.
Are you cutting hair?
I'm cutting hair. I'm cutting hair. I'm doing it all. But I'm being me, cutting hair, funny as fuck. It's just I had to start recording this shit. And it was like, that was my idea of a podcast 4 years ago when I started.
I'm talking about you. I still ain't recording myself, but people tell me that all the time. I did a podcast. I did a whole
Audio joint?
live talk show
yeah.
with Squirt. Shout out to Squirt. We had a really good following too, but then we stopped it for second season. I think they went another direction with the show. But I think you should just stay in your element because there's other barbers who's looking at it and like, yo, man, I've been wanting to do that, man.
Yeah. And my brother.
Oh, I got something to say.
My brother told me yesterday, he called me and said he liked it. Because my brother will never watch my shit. He will never like my shit. He will never tell me shit is good. He called me yesterday, like, hey, man, how you do that shit? And I was like, first of all, I appreciate you recognizing my shit.
Right.
He said, no, that shit good. I'm stealing all of that shit.
Yeah,
He said,
that's good.
Well, my brother do comedy in L.A. He been doing it for like 15 years or shit.
Oh, wow. So you got it in your family. Nobody in my family does. There are a bunch of comedians, but nobody actually does comedy. So my family, they excited. Oh, that's your brother?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And he been doing it. And I've been in the military and coming out of the military mentality, which has to loosen me up. Because, when you come out the military, like, ain't no fucking joke, nigga. I think I on a fucking stage.
Right.
In front of these motherfucking people talking about motherfucking shit.
Right.
I'm about that life. And then he had to lighten that shit up, get a little bit of herb in your system. Now it's like, all right. So I know
Did you start smoking weed right after you got out?
Yes. Yeah. My brother was like, nigga. When I got out, he said, when I was retired, I was like, I'm going to visit you. He said, when you come out here in L.A., don't smoke no weed till you get here.
I'm telling you.
So I got there, and we sit on the couch. This nigga rolled a joint. I'm like, this shit ain't even fucking hit, nigga. He's like, it ain't hit?
Right.
So the nigga told me a joke. He said, I tried to prank Granny last week, man. Shit's crazy. I called, and the phone was ringing, and I was like, she answered the phone like, hello? And all I could do is say, hey, Granny, how you doing? And he said Grady scared the prank out his ass, but I was dying because
The way he said it.
that was the first time I heard a joke on weed, and I laughed for like 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
In that stomach hurt. You probably felt that in middle school, high school when you started, maybe.
Yeah, people think I started when I was in high
Most
school.
people started in high school.
No.
They say that's why they call it high school.
No. People think I started smoking weed when I was in school. I was literally just that high off life. I was just that stupid.
And see, I never did it in high school. I was high off life.
Yeah,
but I was just glad to, yeah.
After I had kids. Kids made me want to do drugs. No, my kids. But I got a friend like that who gets very paranoid, who don't smoke a lot. She just recently called me when she was in like Nebraska.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, I'm so high, oh my God. I was like, hello? She was like, yes, I found this dispensary, my. You know, they always want to tell you they high when they they want to tell you how high they are.
Man,
and I said, what are you doing? She's like, I ate a whole gummy. I was like, don't eat anymore. She's like, but it's so good, I'm eating more.
Man, the first time I ate a brownie, one of the dudes at the shop gave me a brownie. And I'm, typical nigga eating a brownie. I bit that motherfucker like, man, this ain't shit. And I had to go downstairs, so I bucked around and ate the whole brownie. And I was feeling it.
I bet.
So I went to go text him that it was strong. But when I went to text him, the last message I sent him was a video of a guy. He had just got in a car with a little chicken plate. You could tell he was hungry. He pulled the chicken out, the camera, he bit the chicken strip. He was chewing it, and then his dog was in the back seat and bit the rest of it.
Oh, hell no.
And he was like, bitch ass nigga. And that shit was hilarious because I knew he was hungry as fuck. And that dog bit that shit.
If I drop my plate or fly in it, I'm like, oh my God.
And I laughed for like an hour. But again, it really probably wasn't that funny. But I was eating that fucking brownie, and that shit had me about to bust a gut. You know what I'm saying? But
it'll do that to you.
It has definitely been an honor to have you grace my show with your presence and drop that game down for all them young comics out here trying to get busy.
I know.
Look forward to seeing us in some skits together.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We do shit like that. I'm gonna make sure I post that video we did together up here.
You can take 5, 10, maybe 15 tennis players, put all their accolades up, and they will never match Miss Serena. There's only a few people in this world that we'll never see again. Venus, Serena, Simone Biles, and Clarissa Shields. Their legacies are engraved in history books all over the world. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Serena's my kind of girl. Don't play with her. Don't start no shit. Cause you'll come home to a whole bucket of tennis balls and a racket ready to get hit. Tossing them balls up, blasting them at your ass, asking where you been. Keep on tossing them up and hitting your ass again and again. You make it to the doctor with all these ball spots. Cause you done fucked around and made Serena Williams hot. Just taking this time to speak about my girl Serena. She's the coldest thing to hit the road since Serafina. That's all I'm gonna have, that's all I'm gonna get. I'm gonna let the rest of these people come up and talk their shit.
That was fun.
You can come back and promote anything.
Okay, thank
If you have flyers or anything that you want me to add to this video so I can put it on there.
Okay, I'll bring my January calendar out.
Any, this is forever now. So you got any clips of comedy you want me to put on there too?
I need to get more active with that. I just got a tripod.
Because all I'm going to do is go to your Instagram page and just start screen record shit.
Yeah, that may be easier because I'm learning all that stuff. I'm learning how to be more tech savvy. I need somebody young and...
I learned editing. And
I'm learning that.
I learned editing.
Editing at the devil.
I learned editing from when I was going to Uptown. When I started my podcast, the first 4 episodes was at Uptown. And it was in that green room back there. And were putting pictures up for me. And they was charging me like $150 an hour. And I was like, this ain't even y'all shit. Because it wasn't like, and it was, even though the productions weren't always the best. I ain't gonna say they were perfect. To the point where they gave me a couple for free.
Yeah.
So
I bet.
I ended up taking it like, all right, I'm just gonna learn it. And then I said, I'm paying them for the background. Instead of them putting, because most they pop pictures up on the screen for you.
Oh, okay.
And I ain't really mastered how to do that yet. But
YouTube.
I will stop this bitch and put the picture and a voiceover in as a break and then come right back to this.
Yeah, okay, so I learned that part of it. It's called an A and B roll. How do you edit? In iMovie or what do you do?
I went to YouTube and said, give me the best video editing apps, the 5 best video editing apps on YouTube. And I picked them all out, downloaded them all, and I did a video on each one. And each one gets a little better because I learned a little bit more.
Every day, we lose 22 veterans to suicide. And to commemorate that, we do 22 push-ups for 22 days straight, just a tribute to the people that, we lost to suicide. I asked that, everybody join in the effort to support the troops, these people coming home, help offer jobs, patience, understanding, because this is what coming back from war is like, trying to fit back into society. So please continue to support the troops.
You know what I'm saying?
So when you learn the basics of now I know this part of it. A roll, B roll, A overlap, B, then you have your main.
Yeah.
So you know that. So when you do a pop-in picture, is where you want it to pop in. It's a screen within a screen.
Yeah.
So it's like, this was called screen and screen. So green screen.
Is that an app?
No,
Okay.
it's on your app.
Okay.
It's called a screen and a screen. So it's like, you know how the guy Zoe, like he's FaceTiming people when he's talking to him?
Yeah.
It's like that.
Okay.
So, but you pop the video in. It'll show you, man, YouTube will teach you how to build a bomb, cook, crack, and edit at the same damn time.
I'm gonna definitely fuck with it. And each one of my episodes gets better and better because it marks a different level of growth.
That's
so
really good.
like this one is gonna have a lot more videos in it.
Oh, good.
Of you and shit, and I just want you to send me flyers.
I will.
Because, flyers about where you're going to be tomorrow ain't going to do us no good.
And people don't even read flyers. They would still call you like, what time am I supposed to be there?
But your favorite
Like,
skits,
you late already.
Inbox me your favorite skits at least.
Okay.
So, thank you, Miss Kat, for
Kat,
being here.
my girl.
This is your
Y'all will
manager.
see more of Kat. She also has a character, T8DAGR81 Martini, who's coming out. We do this vlog.
How was it? Was it pretty cool? We kick it? Was it a cool show? Yeah. I'm glad she pulled up on us. Funny Mommy, I appreciate you
Thank
coming
you so
through, getting
much.
down with me. If you want to come and do an episode or come get a haircut from your boy over here, Blend Masters Barbershop, I'm the illest with it. Go check out one of my episodes. You see my work.
Your haircut.
You know what I'm saying? Other than that, man, I want to thank everybody for checking in.
Thanks for watching.
What I say, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Don't forget to come again. That's some shit I came up with. Just
That's
saying
good,
it over and
though.
over. Hell yeah, tell a friend to come again. It's gonna get the freestyle.
Tell
get long.
again.
Tell a friend to come again.
Tell a friend and tell a friend.
And don't forget to come again.
And don't forget to come again. And when you do, like, subscribe, and tag another friend
Yeah.
so they can come and join in.
Word.
Hey, all
So
right.
we got the one and only Funny Mommy and the manager Kat back there. I'm
Yes.
the man, T8DAGR81. And I just want to tell you thanks again. Peace. The alcohol, it won't hurt till I hit it with the alcohol. It won't hurt till I hit it with the alcohol. It won't hurt till I hit it with the alcohol. The Blend Masters in the building here to let you know. I got the game on lock and I'm ready to flow. I'm blessed with health, wealth, and knowledge of self, yo. It's just a couple more things you need to know. I'm spiritually gifted, socially uplifted. Have you leaving here smarter than the clip that you kick it with? A certified baller that your bank can't check. Quit hacking me, homie, or I'ma check your neck. The king of the soft blends and two-top drop, and I be on it every day, so the shit don't stop. Chop it up is the name of my show, where I break it all down and tell you how it goes. I keep the mic smoking when I talk my shit, so tune in every week for the game I spit. I said I keep the mic smoking when I talk my shit, so tune in every week for the game I spit. It won't hurt till I hit it with the alcohol. It won't hurt till I hit it with the alcohol. It won't hurt till I hit it with the alcohol. It won't hurt till I hit it with the alcohol. Yeah, shoot, y'all coming up in the shop with all these crazy demands and these badass kids. Man, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? Sir, you don't look like this son of a gun on this picture, man. You don't look like him. And get that kid from around here. That kid sit up in my chair. He got iPads. He got a doggone phone. He got keys. He got a dog, and he's sleepy. And he don't need all that to get his hair cut. Let him sit there and get his hair cut. You know what I mean? And stay out the mirror, man. You know what you look like. You can't watch me cut it and get it cut at the same time. And no, you don't look like that. I cannot give you the Jalen Rose afro when you know you ain't even got no hair up there. And no, I'm not spray painting no hair on your forehead, man. I don't do the paint. No, I ain't spraying no foreheads. I ain't putting no paint on your shit. That's what them young boys do. Them young boys just come in there and they start a haircut and just spray paint the rest of the shit on there. Then they tell you don't bathe for 2 days. Come on, man. Your girl looking at you. She know you don't look like that. She know you ain't got no edge up, and then you come in the house with all that makeup on your forehead. She looking at your ass like, this nigga got on more makeup than me. Well, damn. Come on, man. That ain't how it's supposed to be done. Just come sit down and get you a nice haircut and let me fade all that shit in and make you look like you're supposed to look. I'm not dealing with that. And you bald-headed on the top, bruh. Stop playing. You ain't even got no hair up there. Talk about you want your hair braided. Man, your hair gonna look like stitches. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no hair on your head. And I'm telling you, that's why nobody be trying to argue with you, because you don't never want to let stuff go. That's why you can't get ahead in life. You won't let shit go. Like, let that hair go, man. You bald-headed in the top, man. You got potholes in your lawn, man. Come on, man. We ain't doing that no more, man. Hey. Coming up in here with all these crazy demands and stuff, man. And listen, when I tell you that it won't hurt till I hit it with the alcohol, that's just me sprinkling a little bit of truth on it. It's only gonna sting if your shit ain't together, baby. Yeah. Come on. It won't hurt till I hit it with the alcohol. It won't hurt till I hit it with the alcohol. It won't hurt till I hit it with the alcohol. It won't hurt till I hit it with the alcohol.